Roach shambling a man by the apple pile. Greeting, citizen. Just stare. Hmm. Glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread upon a dried face. The fuck is that? Zombie. This is a dead guy. Damn. What is your name, sir? Poke him. Yeah, poke him. The man does not appear to react in any way to being poked. Continue. Wait, is this a zombie? Sir, are you a member of the undead? What's he doing? I found this voting card over there. Is it yours? Should I defeat this zombie? Attack the zombie, go away, leave. Zombie does not respond. What's he doing? Seems to be fussing over the apples or something. Hard worker, respect. Found this voting card over there. Is it yours? The zombie does not even grunt in your direction. He just keeps working slowly. You grip the voting card firmly in your gloved hand. You're very rude. Did you know that? Thinking of voting for the nationalists. They've got a good plan for the future of the city. The Free Strider revolution will be good for the city, I think, don't you? We need to establish an Asgalist government. It's the only way for us average peasants not to fall back into oppression of feudalism or worse, magocracy. I don't have a political opinion, so I guess I don't need this voting card. Grip the voting card firmly in your gloved hand. It is indeed yours. Keep it safe. To forsake your voice is to forsake your manhood. What? You have become apolitical. Nice. For choosing this political stance 2 times. Where do you think you'll be once the future has trampled all over you, huh? Gotta move, man. Don't listen to anyone else. You are more than correct. Failure. Scream it all times. Scream it at all times. People will love you for it. You are apolitical. The zombie just keeps moving apples. Am I boring? The zombie carefully places another apple at the top of the pile. Should I defeat this zombie? Yes, it is only just. No, I'm scared. Attack. Fuck. Oh, sure, fuck it. Let's yes, deal with this foul creature. Encounters are turn-based conflicts, where each participant takes turns in rolling dice and taking actions. Yeah. During your turn, you are able to perform 1 dice action as well as cast 1 spell of your choosing. The order is determined by the initiative roll. I'm guessing this is at the top. Oh, I'm first and this is second. Don't let this shambler get the jump on you now. Dexterity check, roll initiative. Obviously, I'm gonna win it, right? Yeah, obviously. Fight. Okay. You're quick. You got this. Your turn. Show him no mercy. Do I go? Uh, 6 DC effortless +5. I'm gonna go with this one. Hold up close fist and say, "Here, look at this," and then quickly try to trip him. No way I'm gonna. Ah, there we go. God damn, that was pretty low. Your sneaky maneuver works. The zombie turns his gaze towards you, towards your fist, and then, with a quick whack, you get him to stumble backwards. There you go. The slow zombie just stands there. No, he's reacting. He's just taking some time. The zombie is hostile. This undead abomination must be apprehended before he causes damage to innocents. Yes. You should probably try to de-escalate. Just a tip. Get his arm. Ah. Charisma check. No, I'm not gonna go with charisma check. Switch gears, try to manipulate him. Nah, I'm not strong enough in that. 1? No fucking way. Gotta love those dice rolls, I guess. The zombie easily throws you back in an almost convulsing flailing. How strong is this foul creature? His neck snaps around, the withered face now facing yours. Yeah, you really pissed him off. Was that supposed to happen, I guess? You can tell since you're such a people's person. Zombie bites down on you hard. Fuck. It hurts even through the armor. But when am I supposed to use this? Ah, there you go. Cast Shield of Fate using 1 level. Not enough. This ends now. Finish this with a sucker punch. There's no time for that. There you go. Knock him out. Yes. Oh, I just used it for no reason, I guess. He went into the pile. Catching your breath, you stare at the now unmoving creature. Gained experience. Justice dispensed. Now go loot him. Get that fancy tooth. Victory. Let's go loot him, I guess. Wisdom. Let's equip it, I guess. Wait. File tooth in decent condition. You feel a tingle in your palm when you hold it. Where does this go, though? Here? Yes. -1. Wait. Why is it -1? Ah, no, it's plus. -1. Okay. That's done. Okay, let's eat, I guess, because he hit me. So, go. What's this? Cardamom treat. Crowns. Imported goods. The receiver is marked as what? Hubbed. Broken sword. Strength +1 -1 wisdom. Let's equip it. Uh, there. A glow glass, very common magic item. Oh, hold on, just a bit. Okay. Was I? Anything else to check? Maybe here. Enter. There's a door inside this tunnel. Let's go. The door here is barred. Okay. Guess that's it. Yeah, let's. Can I pick engage? Let's stare at a pile of apples. Apples are good for you. Whose apple are these? Not yours. Maybe they are grown somewhere around here or below. From the ground or from trees. Should these be stored alongside corpses? No, it's a health hazard. Of course not, it's nasty. Certainly a violation against the city code, probably. Could I eat my way through this pile of apples? A tremendous challenge, worthy of your attention. Would lead to death, failure. Don't waste your time here. At the very least, don't eat the less fresh ones. Ability checks roll. Okay. Uh, remove the bad apples. Most of the apples appear fine to you, failure. But you move away a handful that look at you funny. That's a lot of apple. Yes. Ignore the thought. Start eating. Nah. You do so. No to the pile. Leave. I guess this is the exit. Spiral staircase. Ancient. Ability scores represent blah blah blah. Good morning, cleric. Okay. There. Gauge. Behold. What's this? Viscon. Local mortician. Strength unknown. Everything is unknown about. Okay. What the fuck is this text though? Okay. The pale man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling out line after line. On the top paper, you see an icon of serpentine drape. That symbol, it's on a lot of official documents of the city. That is the Great Perch of Norvik. What is Great Perch? Let's see. Great Perch, the drake-like sea creature found along River Torna. Worth was known to tame these creatures. And eventually, the Great Perch became the symbol of his great city. Up and about, are we? Wonderful. I'm Viscan, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this lich house. It appears you don't really belong here. But if there is anything I can do, cleric, just let me know. He smiles at you. This person emanates an immense power. Foul, perhaps? More accurately, is it is simply there, immovable, eternal beware. Look around the room. Did you save my life? I walk up below. I have a lot of questions. Look around. Books and flasks litter the circular chamber. It's dimly lit and damp. There are several corpses present. Did you save my life? Puts down his pen. Your life is your own. You owe me nothing. However, I'm afraid to say you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. Tell me everything. I died, didn't I? Those fishermen who brought you here certainly thought so. Not that I blame them. You weren't exactly in prime condition. River take added. That caught you in their nest, believe it or not. Hmm. Such a strange tale. How did I end up in a river? Not a river, the river. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. I would never fall. Must have been an assassination attempt. Perhaps you fell off one of the bridges to Tolstad? Hmm. Must have slipped, happens all the time. Perhaps there is an esoteric explanation to all of this. Yeah, let's go with that. Who were these fishermen? River guilders, I believe. They did not look like poachers, so my guess would be that. Where can I find these fishermen? Ponders your questions. I did not ask for names, sorry to say. But perhaps Waterlane. That's just a guess. Who's Waterlane? Let's see. Largest straight port. Okay. Located in a massive tunnel piercing the center of Tolstad. It is a so-called marvel of dwarven engineering. And it's the reason so many people commute to Tolstad over the many bridges. Considered as one of the great crafted wonders of the world. Either that or the local tavern. I hope you find them. So I am in fact alive. The pale man stops for a moment. He looks you up and down. Yes. I have some other questions, I think. Move on. Do you now? I require assistance with some things. There's a zombie in your basement. DC 31. Fuck. Figure out what's weird about this guy. It's impossible to do that. Oh, how quaint. No, an undead abomination right below. Um, I understand. We're closely connected with the city below. The undead seemingly wander as they please. The city below the city. A phrase used to describe the incredible amount of tunnels and ruins below Norvik. Lots of monsters and stuff down there. Also riches if you delve deep enough. The city below the city. The vast ruins found underneath Norvik. Most define it as the parts of the city not yet civilized, although there is a legal definition set in place for each individual district. What's this? City below the city, the dungeons and caverns beneath Norvik yet to be conquered by Ulfolk. You will surely see that all of its glory and treasure will return to the chosen people. His expression actually changed. Don't trust his words. However, I will have to take this up with Lady Sageleaf. I pay good crowns for hooped protection. Let's see what's this about. No, the whole halfway bridge tribe. Okay. Commonly called the halfways. One of the three goblin tribes in Norway. And arguably the most influential despite their small size. Led by Lady Miska, Sage Leaf, with their headquarters in the Goblin Garden or Tolstad. Goblin Garden, a dwarven built citadel sitting at the southernmost tip of Stolstad. It is now a goblin sanctuary and greenhouse. Short and green, got claws and fangs, little monsters. They've got three tribes in Norvik and are considered somewhat civilized. Oh, so it's all a misunderstanding then. Good. Wait, no, I don't actually believe you. Well, I defeated the zombie, so no need to worry. You quickly masks his rage, but you saw it. Oh, well done, cleric. What we what would we ever do without you? Oh, I noticed the zombie had a fancy magical tooth. I don't want to reveal that. It kept moving apples down there. Oh, the apples. Fascinating behavior. Um, you don't seem very alarmed about this. A stray undead creature will cause no trouble here. Gives you a rare smile and turns to the kobold by the stairs. This one? Mm-hmm. He gives you a rare smile and turns to the kobold. Isn't that right, Ost? Yes, master. Hmm? Yeah, fuck it. Did it. How strange. The pale man gives you a sideways glance. How did you notice this tooth? Not sure. It just sort of called to me. It was shiny. I like shiny. Of course. Yeah. It was easy to pluck out once the beast had been slain. Of course. Well, I hope you make good use of it. Magical items, even minor ones, can be quite handy. Do zombies often have magical teeth? I don't mingle with the undead often. You don't think it's cursed or anything, do you? I'm sure you know more of that than me, cleric. You you think I should put this in my mouth? Uh, you see the type of panic a parent gets when their child is about to eat shards of glass? No. As a former dentist, I recommend you to do not. Hmm. Show him the tooth. It has these strange esoteric marks on it. Do you know what they mean? He glances at the yellow trinket in your hand. Those are glyphs of Nimmenberg. Necromancy. Okay. Although in your hands, it is no more than a common esoteric trinket, I assure you. Oh, okay. The pale man stares at you. Um, wait. No, I don't actually believe you. Gained experience. Right? What do you mean, cleric? You must be punished. Yo, chill out, Strength. I don't want to fight him. You're a criminal harboring zombie workers. You need to be punished. Prepare to attack. No way. The zombie is clearly working for you. That is illegal. You're doing something weird here. I don't like it one bit. I greatly apologize for putting you in this situation. It is my neglect that led you to these undead creatures entering the tower. Uh, no, you're... this isn't... Ost, We'll do a clean sweep of the basement this evening. Get ready. The kobold gives a screeched yell. Yes, master. I will also make sure to report this to both the Abt and the militia. Um, I'm trying to say you need to pay for your. You're clearly doing something shady here, so. Of course, I'll be sure to ask for a thorough inspection by the PCG. What are these? Pest Control Guild. Okay. Pest Control. One of the oldest guilds in Norvik. They are supposed to keep monsters at bay and clean up any unwanted critters across the city. These days, they are so bogged down in requests from citizens and the city that they usually have backlogs for months. If there is anything unbecoming about my business here, it shall be uncovered and unveiled. Holy shit, he just keeps going. Thank you very much for your service, cleric. It is because of great men like you that the city still stands. I'm sure a good word to your patriarch will assure a promotion of some kind as well, especially with this great work you're doing on the tea shop. This make him quiet. uh, think better of it. Uh, you know, maybe you're right. I'm probably just confused. It's very understandable, cleric. No need to apologize. I require assistance with some things. Of course, cleric, anything for the city. I don't know where to go. Your shaky voice makes you sound positively for Vivlad. Complete and utter despair of flesh and bone. I don't mean to tell you what to do, cleric, but there's a certain rumor that our local goblin chieftain is waiting for you. What rumor? Just common murmuring. Lady Miska Sagelift is her name. She is down in the Goblin Garden. Of course, you've heard of her. Lady Sageleaf is quite famous. They call her the Dragon of Tolstad. I'm not afraid of some goblin woman. She sounds scary. The goblins live in her garden? Well, not quite. You'll see when you get there. And when you do, make sure to pay your respects. Lady Sageleaf is a powerful ally. I would even go so far as to call her de facto law keeper here on this island fortress. This goblin is no law keeper, only the city rules. Earth rule. Wait, this is part of the job? Talking with some petty goblin queen? May find her at the southern tip of Tolstad, the pale man says and keeps scribbling on his papers in front of you. So, what do you know about spell casting? Quite a bit. Can you teach me magic? Can you explain the very basics of spells casting? How do I get more spells? Can you teach me magic? Let's go with that. A slight smirk creeps onto his face. I sadly don't have time for a proper lecture at the moment. After the election, I could make time if you're interested. Until then, you are free to browse my collection, he says, glancing at the many books along the western wall. And of course, here. Gained item, Charmed Person. A copy of Charmed Person, it will surely be useful to you. That's a great shortcut to charming people, although you gotta be careful with the fallout. You care about such things. Can you explain the very basics of spell casting? Oh, I mean, of course. As a wizard, you memorize your spells before casting them. As an arcane cleric, you must memorize your spells during prayer at the shrine. Okay, that I knew. There's one downstairs by the apples. Yes, I found it. Where can I find more shrines? There's the Temple of Earth, of course. Just up the stairs past the pillar. Okay. There's also one on the water lane view, I believe, past the trade post. So past the pillar and water lane view, past the trade post. Hope I can remember that. You'll find more hidden around every corner, I can promise you that. How do I get more spells? Two ways. Could spend time learning them, drafting pages out of the palace archives. The palace, an unofficial nickname for the current rulers of Norvik, named after the palace district in which most central authority resides. Or the great library in the towers, since you obviously would have some access to that. However, I don't believe you have time for either of those options. What do you mean? What's that? Spell scrolls. Oh yeah, I saw one downstairs. Yes, a piece out of my collection. Oh, you are very much allowed to indulge, cleric. I'm glad to assist to the city in any way. Now, Tolstad is filled with all kinds of strange caches. So you'll probably encounter more by just looking around. If you get your hands on a scroll, then just memorize it. Cantrips or spells, doesn't matter. I'm sure you're talented enough to memorize them on the spot. I am. Strike a heroic pose. Pose. Sure, thanks. We'll see about that. Sure. He nods to you and goes back to his writing. That's all I have to ask about spellcasting. Very well. If you want practice, feel free to cast anything non-lethal on my servant Ost. Okay? Treating a servant like that is despicable. Maybe I will. I don't want to do that. In fact, it sounds quite awful. Can I try casting on you instead? He stares at you. Waste of a spell slot, I'm afraid. You believe him. You should go now. You call me cleric. Make air quotes. I did, yes. What gave it away? He stops for a second and glares at you. A heavily armored man in old guard colors, with a prayer book on his hip. The book is not in your possession right now, but it must be near if the pale man has seen you with it. The book. Wait, who's a book? They might have found you in the river, but you're clearly of city stock. Could be happenstance. Could it? Could it? Could it? Could. He puts down his pen and stares at you. I'm fine, I'm fine. A bit rattled is all. I think I've been reborn. How's that head of yours? I think I've been reborn. Some isekai moment. Oh, sounds like a religious experience. I don't like religion. He smiles. They do say religion is a corruption of spirituality. His calm expression does not change. I am the cleric. I am not a cleric, no way. Why do I have to be anything? The pale man shrugs. Well, I suppose labels are constricting. But we're all something, aren't we? I'm not a cleric, no way. Interesting. What are you then? Not even a question. You're obviously I'm a sexy rogue. I'm a hero. I'm a wizard. No, I am a cleric. I'm a sexy rogue. Go with that. The pale man stares at you in silence for a few seconds. You feel a growing pull towards being a rogue. Hell yeah. Eventually, he turns back to his documents. Exciting. His face does not show excitement. Stealing is a disgraceful act. Shut up, Strength. That's not all a rogue's about. We also slink about the shadows. Oh, and we are very seductive as well. A foolish life of crime is what that is. A man who succumbs to the chaos is not a real man. Bruh, please. The chaos is fun and very profitable. Can't blame a guy for trying not to die in the poorhouse. Selling your soul to the highest bidder, disgusting. That stick up your ass is going to make you miserable to the end, but you're just running away from honor, responsibility, everything you have. If you see a boulder coming down the tunnel, you get out. Standing still for some delusional honor, nah, not gonna happen. Responsibility is the only thing that matters, that makes you a man. But you are but a worm. Why is this guy against me? What the fuck? Worked well for you so far. You need to start grabbing, then get out. Getting tied down is just... Ah, okay. That's all the help I need, thanks. Great. Anything else you wanted to ask? I'm going to go now. Before you do, make sure to collect all your belongings. He gives you a quick inspection with his dead eyes. Too quick. Like he's trying not to show his interest. Weird. What belongings? Quite a lot. Your uniform, your cloak, and also a voting card. A peculiar voting card. Every party has been marked on it. I'm assuming it's yours. Yeah, sorry, I'm indecisive. I'm not sure if it's mine, maybe, possibly. The pale man ignores your comment. I asked Ost to lay the surviving pages of your spellbook to dry. Over there, he says, and points across the chamber. He then looks at the pocket watch on his desk. That is an esoteric pocket watch. You may have it, cleric. It will surely prove useful to you. Beyond that, you should be good. Did I have any weapons on me? None, I'm afraid. You must be at the bottom of River Torna. Damn, you'll have to pick up something new. Maybe a warhammer? Got it. The pale man turns his face towards you and smiles. Gained experience, okay. If only every government employee were as devoted as you, cleric. He gives you a stern expression. Good luck on your quest. Leave now. When exploring the city, you may move faster by running. To do so, either double-click or hold Shift. Time to go. Jor left his mark across the bands. Today it is an universal sign of magic. The Red Eye of Earth. Is this the book? Behold. Wait, is that... a ruined prayer book? The stone slabs are designed to slide along the iron beams. Interesting. A tray of old incense. Some is still usable. Oh, too much reading. Engage. So many books, basic manuals, arcanist histories, novels. Some of them stand out to you as classics. It could be useful to refresh your mind. The books taunt you bookishly. Read Autobiography Prax by Lord Filius Prax. Read folk. Yeah, sure. Take a look at the first page. These pages I shall endeavor to recount the journey of a mind born to greatness. A will tempered by the crucible of ambition. a spirit bound to the relentless pursuit of the arcane. My name is Philius Prax. Goes on to make grandiose statements on his personal abilities of magic. Know this, I write not for the masses, but for the few who possess the clarity of vision to see beyond the veil of mediocrity. To them, I offer my life as a lesson and a legacy, that they might learn from my triumphs and avoid the pitfalls that lie in wait for the unwary. You remember the first chapters dealing with his youth, growing up in the ruthless court of a rival house, the Hagging Shags, how he struggles against relentless oppositions and bullying. Power is not born of blood, nor inherited by the fortune of birthright. It is cultivated in the crucible of the mind, refined by the fires of discipline, and sharpened by the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Let those who seek the rule first learn to kneel before the altar of wisdom, for it is there that true strength is forged. A glorious design. Let those who learn lead through merit of ability and nothing else. I really dig this idea. Flip through the pages. Shut the book. In the second half, Brax begins to talk about his early political career, these intricacies of magocratic bureaucracy, how he learned to play the game well enough for himself to reach a dictatorship as the youngest magocratic ruler ever. The rest is mostly a collection of meditations surrounding magic and power. Strong leader with clear intent. The esoteric in its purest form is neither good nor evil. It is a tool, a force to be wielded by those with the intellect to do so. Yet let us not be so naive as to think that power alone grants one the right to rule. The arcanist must also be a statesman, for the whims of unchecked magic can lead even the wisest astray. Govern with an iron hand, but let that hand be guided by the principles of reason and justice. Thus shall the state prosper, and thus shall the legacy of the magocracy endure. In the halls of power, the arcane shall be our shield and our sword. Yet remember this, the arcanist's duty is not only to himself, but to the state of its people. For in the endless pursuit of knowledge, one must not forget the price of ignorance. A vigilant mind is the guardian of civilization, the vigilant state, the fortress of progress. Let no shadow fall upon our vigilance, for in the light of our knowledge lies the path to true dominion. The final parts of the biography focuses on an ever deeper and more rambling side of ruling. This is way too much. Why would you open the book then? Shut the book. You shut it, looking upon the title once more. Put the book back. Place it back on the shelf. Read folk tales by Thrill Sisters. Opening the Thrill Sisters book shows you an index of several tales. And this is good writing, huh? Many of which you heard growing up. Stories for children are useless. Do not waste time here. Okay. Out of the tales, you see the one you remember the most. The one about the gnome and the titan. Read a letter and put it away if you say so. You put it back on the shelf. Read Collected Chants of Norvik by the Patriarch Pili. This is a printed edition of Pili's work, but still old. Probably came from the earliest Norwegian printers. On the first page, a short message is hand scribbled in the corner. My belief lay in the collected humanity of Norvik. May you remember that from this collection with honor and grace, Pili D. Is this a handwritten message from the second patriarch himself? Protect this book with your life. This is a sacred artifact. Fascinating to think the pale man held such a treasure on his shelf. Read the foreword. A dream of unity under earth. The book begins with a lengthy essay about the foundation of Norwegian culture values. It's really like a guide, if anything, on what a Norwegian person is, how their values come from various tribes in the old country, and how together they have formed something greater under earth. You've read this before, but you do get the better sense of what this all means now. It is, in some sense, a plea, a stern suggestion for every human in Norvik to lose any sense of former tribal identity, to embrace a new one, a Norwegian spirit. Shield of expires. What was that? Ah, I think my. Oh, for that long it took. Fuck. The text directly explains how a new Norwegian culture will help the city grow and fight against inequity and injustice through unity, mainly by being generous and not hoarding wealth, among other things. Haha, a naive thought. Then finally, it does touch upon the connection with dwarves as well, and how the Norwegian spirit is not contained within humans only. Gained experience. Nice. It is not just blood, it is sweat and tears as well. Those folk who unite us with us will not be seen as another. No, they too are Earth's folk. They too are Ulfsgard. That's a long ass forward. Yeah, it's like 5 pages. Old man likes to ramble. Read Torna's lament. I went with you to foreign shores, my lord, my guard. I pray you keep from harm the beasts, each shard, and a proof of your devotion. Thus I give myself to your folk. I give my life for a home at the river, in that sliver of land, to vanquish the beasts who roam, the evil who lair, the fires that burn, to build a life along the river. Every shepherd knows the song. Below it bellows up the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. It is your favorite. Close the book. You shut it, looking upon the title once more. Place the book. This is really a great book. Place the book on. It is. Place that book back into the shelf. You do so, it fits nicely back into its slot. This book does not deserve your toxic presence. Fuck. If you were stronger, more capable, then perhaps could have carried that weight. What? You really want the book? One day it could be yours. This is very confusing. I'm just putting back the book. Ah, there's some issues with sealing going on here. Just ignore it. Let us forget this for now. The book stares at you from the shelf. Leave the books alone. Oh, quite a nice read. Let's see this book. Gauge with this. You flip the tome open. There are fine and handwritten letters scattered across the pages. While the symbols appear to be readable, you do not understand the language. The verbis draconum as occulta. The author's name appears to be Caelum Diminori. What's this? Anyone who uses this term for anything modern is either anti-freestride or lives under a rock. Can I try read it? Right, I need to get my hands on comprehend languages. Right, that is a spell you used to keep prepared at all time failure. Find a spell scroll. Maybe you could buy it somewhere. It's fairly common. Can I try it? No. You have no idea what this means. Leave the tome alone. Let's get this one. No. Wait. I can't. No. Let's take this one. -3 intelligence? What's this? The book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry now, have been completely drenched. Only a few pages of the soggy brachen-ish papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of undecipherable symbols. Ascani writing of the most basic kind. Wait, oh no. Someone has attempted to write this to the best of their ability. No, 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 no. By Earth. This is your prayer book. So many hours wasted. You would have to rebind the whole thing. It is ruined. That would be expensive. Let's get your hands on a new one instead. A chant book is able to sustain humidity, not underwater excursions. Should have protected Urt's chants more carefully. What a disgrace. Take the ruined prayer book. I'm not gonna equip this one. Okay, what else? Rifle. Incense. Okay. There's a... Wait, what's this? An open manual for esoteric geometry. You know this already. Anyway. Your fate one day. Grounds incense. Nice. Some mushrooms. Probably edible. Yeah. Swamp extract. Small fungal spore ball. These can be farmed along the undercoast. They do wonders for your gut. They are not mind altering, probably. 3 HP. Empty pot. Looking inside, you find this pot to be empty. There is fear. Must grow sturdier. Leave the pot alone. Let's check this fucking thing. Locked chest full of strange rocks. Human no cause trouble. Shards of... Huh? Shards of the Jor. What the fuck are those? A bright rock. It fits your hand nicely. These can be found all over Norvik, and some speculate that they are all shards of Jor's Spiller. To untrained hands, they have no inherent value. But you might use these to alter fate itself. Spend in dialogues to unlock dice checks. Okay. Shards of Jors. Okay. Engage. Wiggling his little clawed feet, the kobold follows your every move with cold, unflinching yellow eyes. Even though small blaze can fell a giant. Watch out for this one. Masters say you behave. You don't tell me you're adorable. I have some questions for you. Short questions, go. Who are you? I'm Ost. I'm a security chief in Lich House. Strong little one, nearly immovable. You are a kobold. No, not question. Next. Try to save the question. I'm gonna fail. Oh. Great, 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 great. Change course, quick. Are you a kobold? Yes. Better than nothing, I suppose. Okay, sweet. All right. Um, Human done with question. Do kobolds exist? Am I a kobold? Kobolds, what are they good for? Many things. Shooting human for one. What are you voting in the upcoming election? Angry human party. The party of no, really? Good choice, little guy. Yes, very good. Strong man lead. Bring tomorrow. This is a good kobold, very good kobold. You're a good boy. Thanks, he mutters, his words oozing with disdain. Can I ask something else? Do kobolds exist? Let's see. Yes. Am I a kobold? No. Okay. How'd you get this gig? Not gig. What is it then? I'm a devoted servant for master. Keep going. So you're a slave. Not slave. And your master is? Master Viscan. And he owns you. Not own, serve. So you're being paid. Yes, paid well. Must be very well for such fierce devotion. He gives you an expression that could be described as a frown. That is, if it looked in any way different from his regular expression. You wouldn't actually shoot me, would you? No promise. Okay. It's hard to take you seriously when you're so cute. Do you have a license for that crossbow? A crossbow, not yours. Okay. It's not legal for you to steal a crossbow for some reason, I think. The crossbow is yours, I apologize. I can't legally take your crossbow. Better do, mine. Can I borrow your crossbow? Human is kidding, not funny. You'd make greater use of it than this funny creature. Just take it. Go away. Don't let this slide, just take the crossbow. Continue. That wasn't a question, it was a demand. Please? No. Try to convince the kobold. The kobold stares at you. Stealing would be evil, so just demand it loudly. That's not... No, please don't. Find a reasonable argument, probably with a lie. You know, I would put that crossbow to better use. I should have it, and that's the truth. Come on, let me have it. Fine, keep the damn... Let's see. Yay! Oh, you know exactly what to say. There's only one thing that could possibly convince this kobold that you should get the crossbow. And that is, of course, Viscount asked me to get your crossbow. Master did? The kobold glances over to his master. Yeah, he said I needed more than you. What? Why? He said you were so strong that you don't need it anymore. The kobold squints. He leans back and smirks, then nods. Here we go. Yes. Got me some crossbow. The kobold reluctantly slows hands over his crossbow. Master's always right. The fact that he handed it over without even asking the pale man first, love it. With the crossbow safely in your grasp, the kobold scoffs. Weak human, of course you need crossbow. Motherfucker. Thanks, let's equip it, I guess. Can we? That's better, right? Dexterity and wisdom. And this is +1 strength, huh? What else? I think I'm done here. Go upstairs. It says Viscon's Lich House, but then... And dentistry. And at work beneath Asgard Green banner. Some crowns. Oh, I can interact with the dwarves there, I guess. Why can't I interact with this? Engage. The older dwarf puffs out his chest and as you approach. Dwarf. Stout, short, hairy, loves to dig and build. You know the drill, huh? Drill. They build most Norvik and have long history with the art folk. The people of Earth, the ancestors of those who reconquered the Ascani coasts through mythological heroes. Fancy helmet, city man. He speaks in a short and quiet manner, as if he's scared of his words actually being heard. The dwarf behind him laughs. Stand up for yourself. Bad idea. They would fuck you up in a fight. Thanks, my mom got it for me. Making fun of me, dwarf? Oh. It's a lovely helmet. She has good taste. Yeah, is there anything else that I can... Bad idea, they would fuck you up. I shouldn't engage with this, I guess. Around the amphitheater scenes, you see a number of dwarves hard at work. They are constructing a banner of some kind, carrying a bright green flag. One of the dwarves stands to face you with a furrowed brow. He appears to be in a staring contest with the orc on the other side of the theater. Oi, Mr. Cityman, he calls you out as you approach. We've made it clear already, we're not moving, not one bit. He shoots you a shit-eating grin. That's no way to greet the cleric of Norvik. Just passing through, dwarf. What's going on in here? Just working. The boys will be done soon enough. You hear the other dwarves laughing behind them. Nothing illegal going on here. Nothing at all. He's only saying that because he's had to defend himself quite a lot lately. Wait, that must mean he's doing something highly illegal. Stop him. Great. I was worried there for a second. Nothing illegal. I don't care. I'm on a higher mission. Okay. He looks up. He looks you up and down. Yeah, okay, great. Very great. Now, who are you? Name's Alphos of Ban Emvers, foreman in the Asgalist movement of Norvik. He's done more good than all of you Earthguard combined, a true speaker of Asgard. Damn, that's a lot of good. See me exaggerates. He gives the older dwarf the stink eye. I'm also not in any way proud of my heritage. Nobility is just a poisonous hierarchy. He grins. He just wanted to make that clear. Don't mention the whole noble thing. It will just piss him off unless you want that. About this nobleman, huh? Alright. You boys setting up a play or something? A play? He spits on the ground. We're holding a rally for the cause. This evening, workers across Stolstad will gather to hear the word of Asgard. Turns towards the orc and no one's going to stop it. You hear laughing coming from across the theater papers, Alphas. He grumbles and turns back to you. So, what do you want? seem a bit stressed. That orc lady surely is annoying. What's the problem here? He shakes his head. Where to even begin? So it is for noon. I get the lads together. And when we arrive, that accursed woman is standing here. The dwarf shudders. He starts complaining. He reaches for something in his pocket and takes out some documents. We show her the papers. And the papers are no good, she says. Bah. Circle Square conflict added. That's a quest, I'm guessing. Real convenient, I say. No, there is nothing wrong with these papers. We are in our rights to speak out against tyrants and burghers. They are. Bureaucracy. So she's wrong about the documents? How dreadful. I have some questions. Of course she is. She's a liar, that one. A filthy liar. Alphon nods and grunts. Terrible liar. Can't even get the words out. He knows she's right about the documents, but doesn't want to admit it. Isn't it a bit macabre to hold a rally on top of a morgue? What's this rally about exactly? Can I see the papers? He gives his companions a glance. Why? Construct an argument as to why you should get the papers. Please don't fail. Nice. Just tell him you're an expert and that you're on their side. I'm an expert. Are you now? Yes, also I'm on your side. He repeats louder. Are you now? Now hit him with I'm your best shot at getting out of this. The dwarf grumbles. His eyes go from you to the orc behind you. Fine. Grabs something in his pocket. Gained experience. Gained item PPG documents. He hands over the scroll. I trust you with these documents, city man. Oh boy. If you hand those to the orc, this could all be over right now. Tell us we're in the wrong, I dare you. Because we're not. The old dwarf joins in. Take a step back and check it out. Let's see what is actually going on here. You can examine certain items in your inventory to access unique dialogues. Okay, I'll take a look. Inventory. Where's this PPG thingy? Examine. A formal permission of public gathering. It contains a lot of legal nonsense, making it difficult to parse. It's quite light, some kind of magazine. Let's go out of here, because fucking whatever. Permissions accepted, it says in big letters. Can I go settings? This is a bit too loud, I think. Maybe like that. The actual text uses an archaic and typically bureaucratic writing style. Intelligence, examine it in detail. Have I seen this kind of document before? Never. It must be rare. Cool document. It is not. I don't like it. Oh, how come? Because it's a legal document? Duh. Too many words. Seems off. Bad vibes. Fascinating. PC5, huh? Surely. You scan the text again, checking for spelling, phrasing, and terminology. It is perfect, not a single error. Except the date. It says their rally is supposed to be held on the 16th. The document is perfectly legal, but it's expired. Look at the dates. Yeah, it's expired. Stop looking. Should I go talk to this woman here? Engage. Let's see. On the edge of the ruinous amphitheater, you see an orc sitting on one of the many loosened stone blocks. It looks like she's waiting for something or someone, exuding an air of authority around her. The large woman gives you a wry smile. Her tusks are gleaming. Not just physically imposing, this orc knows how to exert power in other ways as well. You spot the merchant's mark on her jacket sleeve, a heart with the initials of the Norwegian Freestrider Regiment. What's this? Not often we get Orc Guard around here. You sure walk around like a damn advertisement with this drab uniform. As he should. She presents her palm to you. Vera is my name. I am second in command, guild agent of Tolstad. Nice to meet you. Yes, the handsome orc lady wants you to say a name. Be nice to her. She's a free strider. Make sure she knows you are a cleric. Do not grab her hand. That's not what that is. I'm cleric, actually. Apologies, not Orgard cleric. I assumed the term was interchangeable. But I suppose you're not all... she says, waving towards your outfit, esoterically attuned. She accepts your annoying correction with a smile. Probably means she sees you as no threat at all, a mere puppy. God damn it. She shoots you another smile, waiting patiently for you to say anything. I'm here on important business. What's the deal with the dwarfs? Oh, them. Complicated as anything. I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my precious day if it wasn't for them. But in short, they are holding an unlawful assembly, and they won't let me take a look at the document proving it. Not frustrating at all, she says, and winks at you. Um, she telegraphs her sarcasm heavily. This is useful when communicating with slower individuals. I checked the paper, they are expired. So, should I just hand her the paper thing I got? Explain it to me in detail from the top. I spoke with Alphas, make a decision. Okay, I have some other questions. Maybe? Nod your head and leave. Let's see. If I go talk to him first and tell him that the documents are expired, let's see what I get. Mr. Min, what do you have? What do you want this time? About the rally. What about it? I checked out the papers, returned the PPG. It is... okay, I checked it out. Takes a deep breath. Okay, what did you find out? The papers are fine. You guys are in the right. Actually, I don't care. Leave it out. Yeah, these papers expired like last week. He takes the papers and shakes his head. With a groan, he mutters, I know, but the date is just a mistake, you see? I personally had this signed by the magistrate 2 days ago, after this supposed expiry date. Magistrate, the highest government position beyond the Lord Patriarch, chosen to rule a district in Norvik for 10 to 12 years, depending on their bloodline. Lord Patriarch, the commander of the city forces and the top cleric beneath Earth. The title is appointed by Earth. Currently, Lord Akesam holds the title, having led the city for the past 30 years. He is a withdrawn leader, over 80 years of age, and has put most power in the hands of magistrates. The Lord Patriarch of Nordic, the supposed face of the Nationalist Party, but due to his withdrawn behavior, most campaigning is done by magistrates. Should have checked it more carefully. They must have done it on purpose. Exactly. That's what I've been saying, Alphonse. I hate the government so much. Or it is It was an honest mistake. As if. Real convenient. Bah! Dor shouts onto the amphitheater. Doesn't matter. Whether Darrow fucked us or not, we're here and they can't make us leave. Who's Darrow? Let's see. One of the original Urtfolk houses to found Orvik with Urt. Their bloodline can still be found in high positions all around the city. He gives you a menacing glare, and I hope for your sake you're not the sorry lad she's hired to do the deed. I'm just here to observe. I'm the dispenser of justice. Shrugs. I'm indecisive. Noticeable. He spits on the ground. Fanskap. The Dwarven word meaning something along the lines of devilry. Common curse word. That was a swear word. You could tell because of the way he said it. What about him? Everyone knows Asgal as some dwarven demigod or controversial leader. Who is he? I like him, seems cool. Who is taken aback by your question? He's Asgal the Great, the Kind, our liberator. His legacy is as flawed and complicated as his message. Ah, so he's a... Got it. Damn right. I've got to ask though, this a religion? Most certainly not. He scoffs in your general direction. Is it a cult? I don't know who you've been talking to, Mr. Cityman, but let me assure you, Asgal was no god or demigod or anything related to it. He was a simple man with a dream of a fair and just society. Nothing more. Ouch. Sore spot. Alright, I don't know what to do. Do I give the papers to this one? Let's see. Trifle. No, actually, no. How much is it? DC 15, huh? Kinda... No. I'm not gonna risk it. Dwarf greets you with a bright smile. Hello, Grand Cleric. I'm here on important about the dwarves. Have they had enough of wasting my time work today? Of wasting my work day. I checked the papers, they're expired. They are indeed expired and invalid. Wait, they late to check the papers? Aren't you a smooth talker? If you could get them to me, that would be quite a favor. Explain to me in detail from the top. It's all just an inconvenience. These lovely Asgalists have decided by themselves to hold a rally here on this lovely little circle square. Fortunately, they need a permission of public gathering or a PPG. They do not have a proper PPG. Pick up on her use of the word proper. What does that entail? Proper? She scoffs. It is marked for last week. It is expired. But can you believe her? And you're just sitting here because... Simple, really. These dwarves are ignoring my call to disperse, so I'm here as a witness. If they do not leave by sundown, they will be fined and or arrested. Why don't you just come back at sundown? I would, if it wasn't for the fact that I need to witness the entirety of the trespassing. Since they were served during the morning, if they do not disperse by sundown, they will be inflicted with an entire day's worth of fines. I'd have an assistant to do it, or a secretary, but we're stretched thin as it is with the election coming up. No, I'll just sit here and smile politely. You catch a tired frown slip past her facade. Arrested by whom? She gives you a smug grin. You, perhaps? The monopoly on violence here on Tolstad is more of an oligopoly. It will be a roll of the die to see who gets employed to handle these rude dwarves. Maybe some goblins? The city of Norvik also allows us to employ mercenaries for extra legal enforcement. But the company likes to avoid that in most cases. As you can imagine, mercs tend to lack that finer touch. I would love to enforce your justice. I don't want anything to do with this mess. Do it yourself. Do it. No, let's see. Well, the city's justice, but sure. Sounds like trouble. Move on. Ah, trouble would at least be exciting. This is just dull. If only I could get my hands on those PPG documents. Then I could simply hand them over to the city and go home early. Or rather, I'd head back to the office and complete the draft for the marketing meetup. Sorry, I've got a lot of my plate on my plate. To get her this PPG, then that'd be pretty easy way to clean this mess. Should totally be in your debt. Um, should I just hand her the thing I got? Yes, she would surely reward you for it. She could probably do something with it. Would be a good idea. Failure. Failure, failure. No, wait. I already gave it back to Alphonse. Whoops. No. Must be another way to get rid of the dwarves. Yes, with force. I spoke with Alphonse. I'll solve this. Wouldn't that be something? That you could just swoop in and save the day? That's what I will do. I'm a hero, you see. We'll see. We sure will. I'm here on important business. I'd like to know more about you. Little old me. I'm an open book. What's it like being an orc in Norvik? My kind is quite rare, so she mumbles her gaze trailing off towards the horizon. The occasional comment does sting a bit. I've gotten used to it. How nice of you to ask. I'm not asking for you. I'm collecting information. Yes, I am a wonderful person. I know what it's like being discriminated against. You do? I'll be damned if you don't mind me asking how exactly. I do mind, it's a secret. Members of the Holy River Order are a minority in this city. Humans are going extinct. We need to fight back. Technically true. She laughs and sighs. Cleric, you truly are an enigma. You are a strong and physically imposing woman. Attempt to flirt. No way. So you're working for the Free Striders. Where are you from? She doesn't answer you at first. Instead, she looks away for a moment and smirks. She's thinking of messing with you. You mean because I am an orc, I can't be Norwegian? She says, looking at you with a stern expression. I didn't mean it like that. Yes, where you are from, orc. I do, she says, giving a worn smile. I'm from Blood City Bay. I ran with the war bands when I was a girl. Powerful warrior here. She could crush your skull with ease, of course, and that's a bad thing. Yeah, you don't need to point that out. Took me all around the coast, she explains. Far from the cursed plains of Feltire. We were hired during the Third Revolutionary War in Reeds. When it was over, I stayed behind. As she speaks, you see her eyes glimmer. Reeds, the leftovers, the center of the Coast War, which ripped the entire band apart. Today, the shining beacon of everything modern and pretty and new and so on. Coast War, a near century spanning conflict between every great nation of the Arcane era. Scholars estimate it claimed more than half of the entire human population. It is said to have begun in 398 AE by the inciting spark of the assassination of priestess Ilona, and it generally agreed to have concluded with the fall of Tazan in 481 AE, 57 years ago. Arcane Era, the fourth out of five eras, when the Arcanists rose and dominated the entire coast, only to fall when the coast were crumbled their empires to dust. Those were the days. You are strong and physically. Nah. So you're working for the Free Striders. I don't work for the revolution. It's just a revolution. You fool. You knew that, maybe? I work for the Ascani Reeds Trading Company. We promote the Free Striders' ideals in Ascan. Currently, we focus on making sure this election process goes smoothly, along with other economic concerns. I enjoy working for them very much, perhaps not so much on slow days like this, but alas, democracy, I don't care for it. I don't I like the election, but you're going to lose. Sorry, I don't really know any of this. I'm a political. A political? Yes. Yes, please. um she nods slowly. You become even more apolitical for choosing this. I'll be honest, this is one of the reasons I took this job. Speaking with individuals such as yourself, hearing what they have to say. So thank you for that. She's being genuine. I'm done asking questions about you. Oh, silly me, talking about myself all the time. What about you? I'm a little walking corpse. I'm not important, stares off into the distance. Saying it like that makes you sound anything but. I'm here on important business. Business, you say? She leans in and squints at you. Fascinating. Perhaps I can be of service, cleric? For your business? Where's the goblin chieftain? Tell me what you know about the tea shop. Tea shop that blew up, she says dramatically. Sounds like a magazine tale. I heard it was an accident. The Post mentioned it in passing. Minor mishap, I believe, was the official call. Although, from what people tell me, it was quite the explosion. Quite. So, you weren't in the area? Anything? No. Okay. No, I was on the North Wall, company business. North Wall. One of five districts in Norvik, known as the Industrial District for its many factories built along the river. This is where you live. Hold on. Um, Anyone who calls it North Wall is probably not a local. Everyone who is cool calls it North Wall, just North Wall. The sign of an outsider, she calls it the North Wall instead of just North Wall. Okay. So if it's an outsider, they call it the North Wall. Relax, she'll learn in time. You sure like her though. What's not to like? She looks inland, a term for travel towards the endless waste, away from the coast. I did see the smoke. It was a clear day. What do you think was the cause, cleric? If the city says it was an accident, then it is. I believe there was spellcasting involved. Maybe it was the tea leaves. If the magister says it was an accident, I believe it was an accident. I believe there was, could very well be the case. Hold on. Are you here to investigate the tea shop? She might be a free strider, but your business. Nu mă ducă nicăieri. Get away from the conversation. Stand against her. She has no right. Uh. Yes? Really now? No. Say no. No. But actually, she says, holding out her hands. Maybe? Nice weather we're having. Are you here for the tea shop? Maybe? Is that a maybe yes? You look lovely today. Thanks. Are you here to investigate the tea shop? God damn it. Dexterity. Sneak away. No, don't fail. No. Quick, sneak away before she can do anything about it. You glance to your back, carefully preparing to take the first step away from the conversation. Derek, a voice says, startling you. No, don't stop. Come back, please answer my question before you leave. Damn it, her voice of reason is too strong. Ouch, fuck. Orb gives you the kind of look you would give a child after they started eating gravel. Let me ask again, she says, her tone now slightly more tense. Fuck. Are you investigating the tea shop? Yes, damn it. Yeah. Interesting. I'll be honest. I assumed the city would just ignore it, but they sent you. Perhaps it was a secret? Could we have stoically avoided the question better? It's sort of a giveaway. Clearly, someone thinks this is an esoteric mess. If they sent a cleric to look at it, into it. Ia mă, treci la somn, n-auzi, nenorocit. Why would the city avoid sending a representative? What exactly have you heard? Esoteric. I keep hearing that word. What does it mean exactly? It blew up. Fireplace incident. Bullshit, of course. Most likely a rogue spellcaster. Because of the election, of course. Look, Tolstad is a highly volatile district with lots of extremist ties. I believe this tea shop acted as a sort of lightning rod. So when a place like that blows up, why would any faction spend resources investigating it? Might even seem like a blessing to some, to cleanse the city of its filthy holes, especially when those resources would be spent on trying to win the terribly important election. While some might see it as corruption, I would classify it more as simple, boring, and ultimately harmless bureaucracy. It means her eyes wander for a while, her brow furrows. It's a term to describe whenever anything queer happens, whether the cause would be regular spellcasting or something more esoteric. I'm sure you've noticed something you couldn't explain rationally. Then that would be esoteric. I assumed you, of all people, would know what it is, considering she mimics casting a spell with her hands, then points to you. Well, I'm here now. You sure are, and good luck, cleric. If there's anything the Ascami Reeds Trading Company can do to help you out, let me know. You can usually find me down in our HQ on Water Lane. She smiles in a way that completely breaks down your defenses. Looking forward to seeing you there. Where's the Goblin Chieftain? Let's see. Lady Sageleaf, just head down these stairs. Good luck getting an audience though. By moving your head to the side and using your... E bine, e mult de citit. E genul la Disco Elysium, dacă știi jocul. Investighezi, vorbești cu lumea, mai cauți prin ăștia, prin ce găsești prin zonă. Ai loot, ai armură, chestii, speluri, magii, chestii. E și combat. E și combat. Dar mai mult scris. You can see the goblin lord to the ramparts. He's și busy. E mai mult story, narrativă. Morții măs. I sure hope so. Took us months to get in a room with her to discuss some renovations in the halls. Common slang for the central spires of apartments in Tolstad. The lower ones are less fancy. She's not busy, she's a bitch. Dragon of Stolstad my ass. She catches herself from releasing any more profane comments. Anything else? I'm done discussing business. Want to move on to more casual topics, then political perhaps? About the dwarfs. Have they had enough of wasting my work day? I don't want to help you in any way, shape, or form. No. Oh, did you not? Yes. The dwarves surely need to leave, but if you make them, the nice work lady might pay you. Alphonse is a strong dwarf. He will not budge easily. Don't get involved with this bullshit unless you really want to pick a side in this free thread. I have no opinion on this matter. Choose not to get involved at all. Don't be. You have no stake in this. I'll just sit here and be bored for a while longer. Nod your head and leave. Fuck them. Out of reach, huh? The fuck is that? You raise your head towards the sky. Above you sits a tiny red creature. His wings flutter faintly in the wind. He's just a little guy with wings, reading his little newspapers. The fiend throws a quick glance your way. He's annoyed. Staring at a piece of paper, he does not acknowledge your presence. What you reading? Hello, I am from the local government. Hey, little guy, why aren't you on my shoulder? Escapes the fiend's maw. He slowly puts down the paper. Paper is actually torn out page from a magazine. I like the final pictures. I believe the fiend is being sarcastic. Uh, I like the articles more. I like the pictures too. Yeah, I imagine you would. Wait, he says, leaning in to get a good look at you. Word guard, a cleric? Hell's you doing here? Not allowed on Tolstad? Divine mission, the usual. None of your business. Of course you're allowed, just not often you guys are here. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. This place has gone downhill since the city let the goblins and free striders run amok. We need some damn order in this place. Wise words. So if you need any legal advice, just let me know. He gives you a tiny sharp smirk. You should be aware of the fact that this is literally a devil. A good little devil. Be careful, devilish advice can bust you real quick. Uh, can you give me free legal advice? Should I invest in stocks? What about alignment? What does the law have to say on resurrections? What about charmed person? I have some questions about the PPG. Permission of public gathering? Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at. He throws a look over his shoulder. He is aware of the dwarf's plight. He finds the dwarves as annoying as you do. What would you look for if you're investigating a PPG? Uh, how long does it take to get a PPG? A week, depending on your contacts and your pouch. Hmm. The dwarves have got expired. Okay. Strange. Why is that strange? Just seems like such a strange mistake. Asgalists are known for many things, but making a mistake like that ain't one of them. I don't know, just seems strange. So, if the dwarfs got an expired document, they should leave. They have no legal right to be there. Okay. Um, that's all about. I'm gonna go back. I'm getting hungry. Should get a snack soon. He stares off into the distance. Oh, you were saying? Nod and leave. Let's go back to this. Let's go talk to. No, no. They all greet you. Yes, yes, yes. About the dwarfs. Let's. I check the. Yes, 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 yes. Continue. Yes, yes. Uh, I can't do it anymore. Fuck. Don't I have it? I don't have the fucking thing anymore. Fuck. Where did it go? Engage. Okay, make a decision. Okay, now I can do it. Really now? What would the brute say? If you don't leave before sundown, you'll be fined and arrested. Oh yeah? Will you do the honors then, Mr. Cleric Cityman? You hear chuckles among the dwarfs. They find you ridiculously in your old school armor. This is going to end poorly. Abort, abort. No, but you'll get someone to do the job. Someone, huh? Some grunt with a paycheck, I bet. And you'll probably get a massive fine or jail. Maybe you should get mommy and daddy to help you out once you're in jail. The other dwarfs start grumbling among themselves. Hey, he says, leaning in. What do you expect me to do, huh? These boys are counting on me. Leave them be. Why not? They will be chased away eventually. Not your problem. You must show him the truth. As terrible as it is, leaving is the best option for these poor activists. Show him why it's in his best interest to leave. Let's do a quick success. Nice. Search the possible things you could say to narrow it down. The dwarf is clearly in a sensitive situation. He needs to appear a strong leader, one standing against tyranny. You must show that you are on his side in this battle against oppression. The cause will be better off if you are a free man. You'll gain nothing from being arrested. Just go. Don't put your boys in danger because of your pride. You see thoughts starting to swirl behind the dwarf's dark eyes. He turns to his companions and raises a hand. Boys, we're leaving. Disgruntled as they are, none of them complain too much as they pack up their tools and grab their green banner. Before setting off, Alvon gives you a stern look. You're a strange lad, but I see you're nothing like her. If you want to do some real good on Tolstad, then join us. Find us down on the crossing. He nods and walks away with his band of unhappy dwarfs. This dwarf is an extraordinary man, albeit prideful in his ways. Finally got rid of him. Phew. Let's go talk with the orc again. Head off. Ja, a plecat. Ce trăim, stai cu minte acolo. I have to say, with all due respect, well done. Right, the dwarves. Quest complete. Oh yes, I saw the whole thing. So that's how you handle them, by resolving it with a few kind words. Won't say that's not impressive on its own, human. I said what I had to say. No blood spilled, mission complete. Alphos was in on his right to be there. I said what I had to say, I guess. Fair enough, at least it's over now. Done a great service to the Ascani Reeds Trading Company today. And on the topic of payment, gained some items. Crowns, 50 crowns, nice. I'm rich. She hands you a pouch of silver coins. Crowns, the Norwegian crown, the main coinage in Norvik. Yes, jackpot. Ah, that hit the spot. Give me another job now. Thanks. She gives you a kind smile. May Earth smile upon you. And do visit our trading post down on the water lane if you have time. I would love to see you there. She would love to make us use of you there for profit. You'll make great loads of coin working with this orc. I love you. Well met, Agent Vera. Same to you, cleric. Now it's just you alone in the circle square. Quest complete. Leave. Okay. Questing 3. Okay. That's completed. Nice. Okay. Yeah, of course. Pretty hard to miss when flying past Torstad. What's your take? It blew up. Not sure what else you want to hear. Why do you think it blew up? Honestly, haven't seen a blast zone like that since the Coast War. And you didn't hear this from me, but this little fellow is helping you out of self interest, surely. Be careful. The scorch marks looks like those from a fireball. Third level evocation spell causes fire to emerge at a given point, spreading within a 20-foot radius, filling up available space. Be careful, cleric. Powerful forces are at work here. Thinking about it for a few more seconds makes it clear to me that it's all a big cover up. Wouldn't be the first time a city trained spellcaster goes a little off the hinge. There is corruption in every system, even the great city of Norvik. Other than that, not to be self incriminating or anything, but could be a fiend or an elemental. I mean, Waterlane has shipments from Kargamesh every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slipped through? Who knows? Can't be a cover up. The city is honorable. I think it's a rogue spellcaster. A fiend, huh? Evil elementals on the loose. Ce aleghezi? 1, 2, 3 sau 4? 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Pick one. Oh, 4. That would be a story, right? But I'd suggest having a chat with the owner of the tea shop. Who knows what feathers were ruffled, huh? He gives you an ominous chuckle. That's it, I guess. Oh, there's a goblin there. What's this? Garden monument. Emmed in the earth, you find weather bitter stone in the shape of a spiral. Its edges are worn down, smooth almost, and behind you lies the head of what once was snail statue. Touch the surface. What's with the snail stuff? Tell me your secrets. Leave the moment. Touch. No. What's with the snail stuff? Let's go with that. Norvik is built upon layers and layers of ruins. One of those layers, one of the oldest, were a snail folk. Thus, you will surely find many of these snail symbols and spiral shapes around the city. Touch the surface. It is cold. Your hands run across the stone, finding it more coarse than you thought. The ridges in the spiral are even smoother. You find they are not at all coarse. Following it, you feel the markings of a sculpture's pick, but they are smoothed out, as if produced not by mortal hands, but by magical precision. You realize this was most certainly an esoterically constructed art piece. What's more, you do feel the outline of a script, symbols, runes. Your finger traced them faintly along the spiral shell of the snail. The symbols do not mean anything to you. Tell me your secrets. No response. Tell me your secrets. Damn it. Punch the monument. Nah, this is fine. Leave it alone. What's this? Oh, this is another shrine, I think. I can pray and learn a new spell. Um, Staring at the sizzled monument, you focus on your mind. You take a deep breath and begin your prayer. And tranquility. Contemplate the tea shop, contemplate the tea shop owner, contemplate the dragon of Tolstad, contemplate the election, your class, your fall into the river, Can I return here when I have more things to think about? Uh, let's go with the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That is it. Finish. You do so. Um, prepare spells. Charm a person. You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. If it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends and until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. Sure. All three. Can I do it? Finish, maybe? Yes. Shield of Faith, Cure Wounds, and Charm Person. Great. What's this? You look down at the pipe. Crawl inside now. No. If you had a smaller companion, you would be able to ask them to crawl inside, perhaps. I'm not going to crawl inside. Your gut tells you otherwise. I'm done here. Leave. Speak to this one. Can I? No. Let's pick up this fucking thing. Nature seeps through the cracks. You find the goblin standing at the tip of Tolstad. His clothes are fit with a Reedsian trader, and his haircut is fit for an Ascani nobleman. Superficial fellow. A little weasel. The goblin cares much about looks. You catch him immediately glancing at your outfit. Let me guess, you're the cleric. The cleric, yes. Yes, I am the cleric, that's me. He nods, looking tired and annoyed. I'm Snell, runner and handler of the Hobbit. Old lady's been waiting for you. This old lady must be his chieftain, the matriarch of his tribe. Greet the goblin kindly. This is the beginning of a great cultural cooperation and exchange. Nice to meet you. Perform traditional goblin salute. Let's go to that. Raise your arms up into the air as one should when greeting an uncivilized tribal goblin. What the fuck are you doing? Cleric, what are you doing? Don't you understand? I'm respecting your culture, goblins. I'm sorry. Clears his throat. The goblin looks around, clearly struggling to find the right words. Okay, right. Head down to the garden throne, but what's all this? You look like a human shit. Okay. Been floating around in the banks of the river. Your uniform shows it. He's insulting you, of course. Everyone has an opinion. The distasteful dress choice of this goblin sure looks like shit as well. I fell into the river. He gives a shocked laugh. Wait, really? It's fine, somebody fished me up. Huh, lucky you, I suppose. Just dust yourself off. The dragon's waiting, and trust me, you don't want to disappoint her. She's spooky, I'm not afraid of her. Tell me more about this lady. Sure, for starters, she's the most powerful woman in Norvik. Considering there was an explosion yesterday right in the middle of her territory, I think it's about time you do your damn job, cleric. Rude. You are on a holy mission. You cannot rush such thing. Lead me to her. Good, but just to make it perfectly clear, some ground rules. Don't say anything stupid. Don't climb the trees. Stay away from the edges and enjoy the garden, cleric. Goblin scurries down the stairs. He seems to be in a hurry. His dragon sounds dangerous. Keep track of her fangs. Look out over the river. The cold Ascani wind seeps through the cracks of your helmet. Or to be blessed, he is always with you. Follow him down the stairs. Goblin Garden, lower. Am I supposed to go there? Ah, over there. Actually, let's get some mushrooms. No? Do I steal them? Fuck it. You just rip those mushrooms out of the pot. Why'd you do that? What? It was cultivated there. Am I right to do that? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Wow, sure. You know what you were doing? You're evil. Someone worked hard cultivating these. Now you've just taken them. Stop it with the sermon, by the gods. You put these plants to better use. Just take whatever you want. Stop complaining. You're the one complaining. It's literally no one will care. I guess so. Leave. Let's go back here and talk to that goblin woman thingy. Alright, let me heal a bit first. Approach him below a sprawling tree. The well-dressed goblin stands proud beside his master. Go ahead, cleric. A proud smirk. He motions towards the wooden throne. Such a little weasel. You should stand before the throne, address her court. Okay then. Engage. You approach the throne. The sprites flutter their glow, illuminating the trunk of the great tree. Its roots reaching far below, its branches holding up the dirt ceiling above. On the throne sits a tiny goblin, her smirk as bright as it is threatening. So this is the dragon, yes? I can see it. Her glare is magnificent. Cleric of Norvik, of earth and river. Her shrill voice echoes out through the chamber. She's talking to you, you're the cleric. I was assured by your masters. The top brass of the palace itself. Her words are tainted in disdain. Her voice causes you to shiver. They told me a cleric of the highest standing would arrive within the hour. So tell me, human, why am I sitting here waiting? It's not that late, only been like a day. An immense presence, you have no power here. Every word you say here could have a profound impact on the rest of this quest of yours. My masters are idiots, but I'm here now, don't worry. I had an accident. She scoffs. Yes, I know about your little trip down the river. That is no excuse. How do you know about the river? I almost died. I literally died. The Urgard should have sent someone else, like a big shot paladin or something. Uh, how do you know about the river? Her eyes meet yours, glaring. These are my streets, Dublin. Nothing eludes me, except the fact that the tea shop exploded under her watch. Don't say that out loud. Stay silent and bow your head. Her frown turns into a wary expression, whatever. You're dancing on a fine line. Hers is a frightful presence. You need to stand. Do not let her impact your stature. I'm gonna fail this. You can't take this much longer. You need to get out of here. Fail. Ouch. No, no. Shit, shit, shit. Get out of here. Turn around. Adrenaline keeps your legs from buckling under the intense duress, and as you turn and run, let out a high pitched scream. It echoes down into the depths between trees and fungi covered cavern walls. Whatever reaction the goblin have to your retreat, you are not around to see her or hear it. Where am I? You ran for quite a while. When your mind calms itself, you're sitting inside of an empty barrel. The fuck? Does not appear very manly to hide like this, but who knows? Maybe it's a very masculine barrel. How'd I get here? Here. Goes a long way sometimes. Wait, I hid in a barrel? More or less. The dragon chased you. Maybe. Leave the barrel. As you do, you realize the barrel is but one of many, located in a tunnel you've never seen before. There, I see him, cleric. Uh-oh. Cleric, you've now wasted another precious hour. Please do not run away again. She's containing her rage. Running away is always an option. The fact that you're still alive means it's also a smart option. You see Snell panting next to the throne. He's been running around for nearly an hour looking for you. The goblin is dedicated, you'll give him that. Not my fault you're scary. I apologize. Wait, is this lady Sage Leaf? Yes, yes, whatever. Let us continue. The dragon leans on her armchair, letting out an exhausted groan. It's vexing to watch my streets descend so far. Are you even aware, cleric? A local business caught up in an inferno in the middle of the day, right on the pillar road. My road. The way she says that causes you to tremble. And yet, Magistrate Darrow, she spits out the name like it's a curse word, he alone believes the halfway bridge tribe does not have jurisdiction over this particular location. Her anger is pure and intense. She's trying to reel it in. The magistrate speaks for the city. Why does Darrow say that? Where is your usual jurisdiction? And where exactly is the tea shop located? Hmm. Because he's a fool born out of nepotism and alcohol. Horrific slander. Sounds awesome. The magistrate speaks for the city. She claps her hands together. See? This is what I've been dealing with. Blind faith in a failing system. She lets out a frustrated groan. It feels like the roar of a lion. Where is your usual jurisdiction? She leans back and picks something from between her fangs. I have an official recognition of Low and Lower Tolstad. And where exactly is the tea shop located? She glares at you. It is, or was, rented out of a corner of the central fort, just above the holes, next to the pillar. She snaps her fingers towards the goblin to her right. That means it's a part of the core foundation of this island fortress. Therefore, that property is legally an underground rental unit, he says, bowing his head. Lady, my people have been handling that damn crow's contract for years. But no, suddenly, when the entire unit goes up in flames, that's when my people no longer have the right to enter the premises, to deal with it, to clean up even. No, suddenly it is the city's business, and we should keep our noses out of it. Corruption, plain and simple. That's one hell of an accusation. Hmm. I'm just here to do my job, lady. Good. Her sharp glare stabs you. Then we are in agreement on that and at the very least. And don't get me started on the actual effect this has on my people. Snell, she says and beckons towards the comely goblin. He approaches the roots and takes a bow. Lady Sageleaf. Then he turns to you. The magistrate says it was an accident involving a fireplace failure. They have yet to send anyone in to actually investigate the scene. You want to check it out yourselves? How can know that? What? Shit, something broke. Stop talking so fast. You're tripping over your words. Embarrassing. You're screwing up. I said, how can you know that? I mean to say, how can you know that? He glances towards his lady. We've kept an eye on it. The explosion occurred on 21st of March, just past noon. Who were the injured? We only managed to get one name in the chaos. A certain Frank, son of Frank, was said to have walked away with lesser burns. That's the sort of prefix used by Urtfolk, a human most likely. Is honorable to name a son after the father. Ah, that ain't a real name. He was apparently dressed in a fancy yellow outfit, whatever that means. Beyond that, we have some conflicting accounts. One person said, quote, he looked like one of them dungeoneers, you hear? A real adventuring man, end quote. Another said he was looking to get out of trouble, heading right down the stairs to Waterlane. Either he went down into the dungeon or over to Waterlane. Got it. And remember, if he's wearing yellow, he's got style. Was he inside at the time? Why was he there? Where is he now? Anything else? Let's go with this. I doubt it, considering the state of the building. Why was he there? We don't know. Where is he now? We don't know. Just let him leave. Do you know anything? The goblin does not respond, although one of the militia members mentioned him just calmly walking away down the stairs. Maybe down to the crossing or somewhere else. We don't know. Gives a nervous look to his master before answering you. We have theories, but we need proof. The lady raises her claw. The unveiling has begun, cleric. Secrets in the ashes. Corruption, madness. She claws at her wooden throne. Politics. Bureaucracy wears her down. This is clearly the work of a rogue spellcaster, someone who cannot go unpunished. Justice, yes. Isn't there an anti magic task force we can call for? Can he deal with it? Point as Snell. Uh, 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 uh. Let's see, let's see. Goblins bears his fangs to you. The presence of this lady caused him to say nothing. He has a deep devotion to her. The lady clears her throat loudly. She demands respect, she gets it. I formally declare a joint venture. The Halfway Bridge tribe and the Urgard city clerics shall investigate the tea shop on Pillar Road and bring justice to those who seek to harm the peace. No creature, foul or fair, shall escape my rage. The words seep out from her maw, burning the air. Every goblin in the chamber looks upon her in awe. She is theirs to serve. The dragon has spoken. This is my investigation. Yours, prove it. Bring me justice, and any glory you seek will be yours. Snell, she says, waving towards him. Yes, lady, Sage Leaf, he says, bowing his head. You're the handler of this case. You've worked on it since the explosion. You know more than anyone. You catch the goblin trying to stop a grin from spreading across his face. Oh la la, complimented by his queen. I want you to represent the tribe in this venture. His face lights up. A goblin and a cleric. Together you will have access to both Upper and Lower Tolstad. You're going to have the pretty boy around? Damn, I thought this was going to be fun. His expression is that of shock. He did not expect this. Do not disappoint me, Snell. It appears you've received a party member on your divine mission. Sad it had to be a damn goblin. Do I have a say in this? A new member to the party. I've always wanted a goblin on my own. uh, do I have... No. Okay. Her eyes burrow into your soul. You are not strong enough to stand against her. Worth a try. New member ignores you. The goblin takes a deep bow. Yes, lady. Your will be done. Evil forces at work will be vanquished. Huzzah! The mystery of the tea shop shall be uncovered. At your service, lady. The sooner the better. First priority is the tea shop. We need to gain access. Your new goblin companion gives you a quick wave. Let's go, cleric. Snell has joined as a companion. You can speak with him if you need help finding your way across Tolstad. For as much as she told you, there's a danger you're missing here. Should investigate the tea shop thoroughly. And we should also look for that witness. Yeah, our Frank, dressed in yellow. He winches. Either over on Water Lane or down in the city below. Yeah, the port or the dungeon. I'll suggest the port since it's slightly less life-threatening, generally speaking. Okay? How do I gain access to the tea shop? Talk to your boss, Darrow. Or I guess he's not your direct boss or whatever. But you'll need to get an audience with him if you want to get inside the tea shop. Right. And where is this tea shop again? The goblin sides. You know the massive pillar reaching endlessly up into the sky? Yeah, just west of that. The pillar is the centerpiece of Norvik, a glorious esoteric monument, one Earth gladly kept in his new city post-reconquest. The pillar. Cool, got it. Great, ready to go then? Yes. Let's go. Neat. Uh, Came from here, right? I think. Pickpocketing as well and gaining experience from that. Let's find this damn. Let's go up here. Is this the pillar? The pillar of Jor. You look up to the pillar. Okay. So west of this, the relic rises upwards, endlessly upwards. Right. This whole thing, the central the symbol. I think such an esoteric object would just sit here at the center of the city. Not much else they can do with it. It's just a highly magical rock left over from a time before time, remaining until the end. Looks a bit broken, cracked. Yes. Failure. You're certain it is indestructible, but clearly it was once not. Several pieces of the pillar float around in the air. What kind of powers would be capable of damaging this? Gods. Can I make money off this thing? No way. You don't even take admission to see it, since it's such a trivial sight. It's a bit of a tourist destination, supposedly. Most people who travel the coast have seen one before, so it's not that interesting. How many of these pillars exist? 8? Something like that. One for each band. But ours is the best one, right? They're all equally useless. Okay. It's a sign of Earth's power, so yes, this is the best one. They are seen as a status symbol by many, like a legitimization thing. But the fact is, no one has managed to make use of them in any way, despite their esoteric nature. So the pillars of Jor are relegated to being visual landmarks, seen from across the coasts through clouds and mist for miles. So what do I do with it? You can always attempt to focus on it. Learn from this ancient relic. Since you're the master of all esoteric things, you could probably crack the secret of the pillar. Learn how it works and master it, and gain ultimate power and so on. Get closer. As you do, you feel the air itself tingle. Power! Listen. It whispers to you unintelligibly. Touch the pillar. You place a hand upon the surface. A slight tingle spreads across your palm. This is a magical object. I have a feeling that you can meditate here. It will take some time, but it could prove invaluable. Hug the pillar, try to meditate. Let's see. Obviously, I failed. Okay, closing your eyes, you begin to focus. Your mind placed squarely at this esoteric force. Your mind forms into an arrow and you fire it forward, but it is repelled. Opening your eyes, your hand is no longer pressed against the cold surface of the pillar. You are instead holding it against your heart, shaking. This is wrong. Yes. Try again later. Whatever is whispering to you from beyond is more powerful than you imagined. Touch the pillar, finish up, leave. Okay, so west of here, it should be the... Let's see. Crowns. That's good. Is this the one? Tea shop entrance, okay. Mid scorch marks and cracked masonry, you approach a doorway. There are several planks blocking the passage. The tea shop, what a mess. Take a peek inside. Rip these planks aside, let's go to work. Fastened with several nails, you also see a paper. The goblin clears his throat and begins reading the bold letters at the top of the paper. City notice, no trespassing. That doesn't include me, does it? Step aside, I'll read this. Nah. Shrugs, I'm no expert in city law, but your companion suddenly kicks the planks. Fuck. Sending a subtle ripple of blue energy around his foot. You think I wouldn't sneak in by myself if I could? It's sealed. Okay. You ain't getting in without a magistrate's approval. Touch the planks. The fuck happened? Fuck was that? As you do, subtle ripples of blue energy appear around your gloved hand. It is sealed. As you move away your hand, the faint aura shimmers in dark, translucent blue and then fades away. Yep, this feels like trouble. Just standing near the door makes it clear that there's a locking spell cast on it. It's rude to lock people out. Crime scenes should be public viewing. Attempt to break it down? Fuck. Nah. Uh, what kind of magic is this? Arcane lock. Casting it on a bunch of planks is unorthodox, but obviously they got it working. It is used all over the towers. You need a passphrase to unseal it. Nothing that can be solved with testosterone. Trying to force an arcane lock open is idiotic. Don't. Can I bypass the effect of with magic? Can I guess the phrases? Passphrase. You think I could break it open, Snell? Uh, I'd love to see you try. Go for it. I believe in you, cleric. The goblin's heart is on your side. He's half mocking you. Um, of course, Nok would do the trick. Bitch. Second level transmutation. Unlock things. The definition of locked has been stretched over the centuries, but the spell works on most closed containers or entryways. Betcha if you grease it up, it will slide right off. Can I guess the paraphrase? Guess? Without knowing who placed this seal personally and their preferences, even assuming the person who placed it is an idiot who would use something of their own preference. There are millions of sentences. There is no chance in hell you can simply guess. Now go figure something else out. As long as this blue asshole is in the way, no, you'll need another way in. You can certainly try. Believe in yourself, you're a man. Man can do anything. Take another look at the planks. Look beyond the planks. You catch glances of still shadows beyond. A scorched mess. There's no other way in? No, that I know of. Not that I know of. But it wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me. Look around at the scorch marks. It's everywhere. This fire was intense. Check out the trespassing notice on the planks. A handwritten note in bold letters saying, City notice no trespassing. It then continues with the final writing. By the order of Coin Lord Darrow, the following premises are under city seizure under suspicion of criminal offense. Unlawful trespassing will be liable under 13 holster contempt. 13 holster? You've heard that at some point. You'll get into trouble if you enter the tea shop without talking to the coin lord first. But really, if you're just careful about it, who cares? The law is the law. It sure did. Was one hell of a blast, but the structure's still standing. Dwarven engineering looks like shit, but boy, can it take a hit. I should leave for now. Okay. The name of the tea shop is eligible. Let's go with that. Level advancement? I leveled up. Put more points in this. A bunch of site safety rules. Then it says if broken, contact your local what? Union representative. Okay. Let's go up. I'm on the fucking roof. The fuck? What's that? Resistance note? Examine. A handwritten note entitled Important Notice. Continue. To resistance members of Tolstad. That sounds like a good organization. What are they resisting? Evil, surely. You ever heard about the resistance, Neil? Yeah, the Norvik resistance or whatever. Minor organization, basically a bunch of human kids causing trouble. I only know of them because they wiped away some goblin maybe? Typo? Graffiti. Couple of months ago. I went and talked with one of their moms. Nice old lady in the East Housing. Let's see. Housing, a nickname for the housing district where the poors live. Housing district, one of the 5 districts in Norvik, the poorer area on the west side of the river. Named as such due to the art folk originally being housed here while Earth cleared out the ruins in what is now known as the palace. Where was I? Okay. After that, we didn't have any more trouble. Nationalists, I think. Bunch of boys. Human boys tend to lean nationalistic for certain reasons. Despite the fact that he cannot see it. Boys can be non-fascist, it's possible. He shrugs, sure, anything's possible. Read the note. Tonight's thing is cancelled. Meet up tonight on Water Lane instead. It's time to stop the chant. It's signed by R. Chant? A locally produced newspaper by Asgal authors. Okay. Water Lane. You know what Water Lane is. Don't be stupid. Yes, I know. It's right down below, you know, the underground port, the largest port in the city. Closest past is probably through Pillar Crossing. When is this meeting? This evening, it seems. Tonight should mean something like between 7 and midnight. Or something. Right. Interesting. Move on. There, you should support these youngsters. I'll stop looking for now. Go back, I guess. Can we go down? What's this? Long way to fall. Should be safe. Okay. Engage. You glance at the ladder. It's one hell of a climb. What kind of man, no, what kind of human cannot climb a simple ladder for 20 short feet? Would be embarrassing for anyone of age to fail this. Success. Taking a confident step onto the ladder, you begin your climb. Close your eyes as you do so in order to fully immerse yourself in the experience of changing your elevation. You are afraid it is not high, yet your body remains calm. But within a moment, you are at the bottom of the ladder. Continue. Gods, you're slow. Can we get moving now? Let's go. The roller mill workers kept more than ledgers in their archives. Incense. Let's go with that. Doors barred, not getting in there. Let's get out of here, maybe. Hello, Krabby. Engage. Spot a crab on the rock. One of the greatest of the Ascani creatures. Norwegian river crab. Does a little shimmy. Yes, cleric, that's it. That is a crab. Pet the crab. Don't pet the crab. Yeah, pet it. You reach forward and the crab immediately snips onto your index finger. Oh shit. I'm taking damage, I guess. Strength failure. Fuck. Your index will come off soon. Help. Get out of the vice's grip. Come on. Oof. I failed. More. Great. Slowly, you will die. Strength, get out of the vice. Come on. Finally. You use your free hand to pry the pincers off your finger. When your index is released, you immediately feel the blood begin to flow once more. Freedom! He was a good little fighter. A good crab. Are you allowed to loiter here? It does not respond. I'm talking to a fucking crab. Obviously, it's not gonna respond. It snips with its pinchers once. Was that Krabby? Johnny Longneck blew up the tea shop? Wait, how is he able to understand what he's saying? I guess we'll have to find him. Johnny Longneck, the pirate? The one and only. Who the fuck is that? Also, I'm joking. Please do not take that seriously. There you go. We're not going into the Red Sea and wastes to seek out Johnny Longneck, crash site, spoil sport. What are you even voting in the election? Makes no noise in reply to your question, citizen. Conquest by river, by land, water lane view, huh? Okay. Raifarus with Malte dig with. The trash inside this bin speaks to you. The voice is from a primal spirit. Open it. Look to Snell. He gives you a nonchalant half shrug. It's water lane. There's always something going on here. Open the trash can. As you lift... Oh shit, I shouldn't heal myself. As you lift it aside, you immediately see something moving in the pile of shredded documents and old food. Scraps of food. A pair of legs. Chimort? Simort? What's that little thing here? Looks cute. Suddenly jumping out of the pile with a poof of moldy dust is a pine cone. Pine cone with limbs. Women are Aren. Heron. Hands you some leaves while doing a strange dance upon the trash. Wait, are you one of those? Before you're able to do anything about it, the little creature poofs away. Don't breathe it in. Mold is, as your research has shown, bad for you. As it fades, you see only trash. I've heard about those things, never seen them though. What do you know about them? Just what I read in the paper and what Nessan goes on about. They're called Vatar or something. The Lamplighters Guild had a public spat with them a couple months back. He points to the lamps behind you. Apparently, they messed with the everlasting lights. That's not allowed. The city needs those lights. Nessan, our freelancing gardener. She's at her office in the garden in the afternoons. Talk with her if you need any druid type assistance. But yeah, as I was saying, the Lamplighters, I get why they were mad, but I think they solved everything once the PCG got involved. And they're supposed to be all over the garden too. Not that I've ever seen one. Anyhow, they clearly seem to like you. Let's keep it like that. Just walk away. What's this? Yeah, let's see. Inventory. Let's eat some more. Fuck. Can I eat these? Yes. That's enough. What's this? Questing tree. Take route completed. Hey, what's going on? A dozen dwarves and an orc walk into a tavern. The orc turns to the tavern keep and says, "Hey, give me a large one." The tavern keep says, "Please don't turn this into a joke." These are real people you're talking about. What's going on here? Let me continue. So, the dwarves have struggled as a minority for decades. They deserve respect, nothing less. The joke never hurt anybody. No, Rio, you're divided, but truth will be achieved. Whatever. Look, the gist of the story is the orc is hard at work improving this shitty little city. The dwarves are annoying and stupid. Got it? Believe for a second the orc wants this city to improve? No, you've seen too much to ever believe such a lie. This is some kind of debate, huh? The see, kind way to put it. The revolutionary free strider will bring freedom, democracy, and riches to Norvik. Last part being the most poignant. Let us focus on each of those points, one at a time. Oh, come on. Freedom. Free Strider would only focus on helping the rich and so on. Democracy, they do like that, but they are really corrupt also. Ridiculous riches. They might bring a lot of money into the city, but it's always going to the factory owners and already rich folks. Yeah, because they actually work. This is silly. Without free striders, you'd probably be a farmer. Who the fuck wants to be a farmer? Farming is good, healthy work. Don't change the subject. Do you two never shut up? I feel like I should make a decision here. Yes, you must retain the spirit of the Asgalian revolution. After completing a quest branch, you can allow it to take root in your mind. When doing this, you must make a choice between available feats. Take a deep breath and stand up against the ever growing wave of capitalism. You should choose Asgalian spirit and speech. With this feat, you restore one each point for every hour that passes. Oh, that's nice. Greed ain't so bad. To be able to unlock a better life for yourself. Who wouldn't want that? You should choose Money Talks. With this feat, you gain 50% more crowns on pickup. Ah, I don't know. Money Talks. Sure. Smart choice. Now, keep an eye out for any opportunity. There are crowns to be made in every corner of this stinking place. Feel like you've resolved some conflict in the world. Okay, what else can I do? Okay, that's not. No. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Oh, now the first of the Rivers Guilds. Free trade. Oh, what's this dragon thingy here? Beware those fangs and the rest to engage. To approach a ball of feathers and wings and really, really sharp claws. Magnificent creature. Magical beasts can sometimes understand basic common. You could try speaking with it. It's a griffin, right? You will require speak with animals to communicate properly. Okay. First level divination spell, gaining you the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts. These conversations can be surprisingly insightful. You see a pool of drool forming underneath the open beak of the beast. Wait, look behind it. There's an entrance. Where? To the warehouse on the other roof. If you want to go get inside, you're going to have to get past this bad boy. The mythical beast snores gently before you. I don't even want to ask what the plan is here. Uh, Wake the animal gently through understanding and empathy. Attempt to sneak past it, maybe? Alright, let's do this. Nice, nice. Take a deep breath, then you take the first step. The goblin follows right behind you as you carefully navigate the ledge over the roof. One wrong step and you fall. One wrong step in the other direction and the bird will slap you off. But take a deep breath as you make it to the other side. Let's not do that again. Start walking away. Oi, oi, oi. He woke up? Fuck. Oh, the griffin appears to have woken. Oh, we got here just in time. Perfect. Now we can make it back too. Sometimes you're a really lucky bastard, you know that? At least it didn't try to eat me. That's cool. What was this? Ginger drink. Huh, ginger drink. What's this? Refreshing beverage blessed by divinity. Why else would it burn so good? Grants a minor constitution increase for a week. Okay. Seems nice to have. The notes. Your lawyer servant, Agent Vera. Oh, the work. Oh. Get this into the warehouse by tomorrow. I'll hold you personally responsible. Godfred. Am I supposed to... Can I go there? Can't reach that from here. Let's go here then. What do you mean? Oi! The door down there leads to the warehouse. Only freestyle and guild workers are allowed in. Okay. So what am I supposed to do? Can go back, I guess. Can I talk to it? No, I can't talk to it. I need let's see, closed. Hmm. Including anti-magic messaging comes with great branding. Can I enter this? Okay. The fuck? Snor's office. Lower children's drawings on the wall. Scholarly commendation of the Ford Nip. Ford Nip what? Magical queen and paper. Wake up. Take a step into the cramped office, standing in front of a sleeping halfling. Kick the lounge chair. Good forenoon, citizen. Hello?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he moans and slowly opens his bushy eyes. His confused gaze focuses on you. Life is pain. What? Uh, terrible, terrible pain. Oh, he mutters and rubs his face. The wrinkles fold over one another like waves on a storied sea. Are you... He looks at you with his weary expression, then he rubs his nose and sniffs twice. Are you here for the invoice? A quick glance to Snell. His words come out in a stilted halfling accent. What? The invoice. I don't have any invoice. Not for you, at least. Lean over to Snell. Should I have an invoice? No. No? No. No? Oh. Oh, hold on. I already paid that invoice. You're here for something different. He leans in, facing Snell. I hope Queen Goblin has no quarrel with this old scholar. He holds up a palm. Nah, we're here on city business. Yes, I've got some questions about the tea shop mostly. Tea shop? Then you are dealing with interesting events. The city has seen its fair share of great calamities over the years, and the tea shop explosions appears tiny in comparison. Tiny? No, it's a huge conspiracy. A huge one. Better take care of it then. Curiosity is absolutely vital for keeping the old brain in motion. So I commend you, cleric. And you as well, my goblin friend. He looks around, grunting. Can I get either of you some fucking water or... Uh, he wields swear words like coastal winds. You like this guy. He's like a rabid dog, without the biting so far. No thank you. Your companion replies very quickly. Your scholar, a pendant. Appledent? Scholar Appledent? I guess. Me? Yes. I'm Snor Appledent. he says, and bows his head in the chair. Scholar of Fordnip University, in dedicated service to the progress of ICE. ICE? Alignment Intent Studies. Okay. Primarily, my expertise lands on the topic of alignment and its many historical and contemporary applications. Some bullshit, I will tell you. These days, I mostly deal with other forms of study. Specifically, I run this office here on the experimental techniques of psychoanalysis. What kind of magic is that? No magic at all. Although there has been some detect thoughts involved at some points in the development. It is a form of mind healing, as they call it. I'll be one to call it support instead. It is essentially the idea that the mental present is shaped by the mental past, and that through dialogue, our unreleased unconscious ghosts can be vanquished. Uh, Exorcism, almost. While the ghosts are metaphorical, it is really not that different from the expulsion of a necrotic possession. A Ritzian friend of mine once told me this joke, and I apologize if it is too vulgar for your taste, but he sputters out the words through little shortless. Listen to the vulgar joke. Right. A cleric, an arcanist, and a rogue delve into the lair of a succubus. The fiend defeats all three men, throwing them in her dungeon. But she grows to fancy them, so she offers them a choice. For each man who can successfully satisfy her, she will let that man go. Otherwise, he speaks with little fists, fits of laughter in between. She ends them, so to say. You actually haven't heard this one. If it is sacrilegious, you'll have to beat the gnome. Ho ho ho! A succubus. Such a fiend would never offer such term to mortal men. What the ambiguous tale? Go on, do go on. Not along. So the three adventurers debate in which order to go. Eventually, the rogue and arcanist decide the cleric should go first, as he is a virgin and would be least likely to increase her standards. Your goblin companion rubs his eyes as he listens to the joke. The cleric, being divine and so on, prays to his god and goes to the fiend's bedchambers. He comes out 10 minutes later, completely unharmed, and gives a thumbs up to his two friends, who, of course, both feel a great sense of relief. The Arcanist goes in next, confident and arrogant. If the cleric could do it, the fiend must be easy. Within minutes, his bones roll out of the bedchamber entrance, the man having been incinerated by hellish flames. Fuck. The rogue is horrified, but realizes, obviously, the Arcanist overestimated his abilities. So he carefully enters the bedchamber, ready to put every ounce of effort into it. Less than a minute later, screams erupt from the bedchamber, and the rogue's lifeless corpse falls out of the entrance. The cleric prays for the souls of his comrades and gathers their remains for burial. The succubus steps out, smoking a cigarette. She tells the cleric, "My, your friends were truly terrible. They were just fumbling about down there. At least you managed to touch it a little." To which the cleric responds, "You are truly an awful creature, and I will pray for your presence to be exorcised from this plane of existence every day until the day I die. Then, before he walks away, the cleric also adds, "Oh, but I did heal that horrible wound you had between your legs. Hopefully, that makes you less evil in the future." The goblin lets out a slight gust of wind through his nose. Laugh hard, I get it. I don't get it. Funny though. Uh, I don't get it. Oh, the halfling chortles loudly. My kind of humor, you might say. In short, you can view the succubus as an evil in the world which religious fervor would pray to repair. However, such reparation could often lead to a not so optimal path. He keeps on laughing. Or mostly simply, you could say it's a basic allegory for enlightenment itself. The cleric meant well for all intents, but his actions cost the lives of both his comrades. Is that evil or is it good? And so on. Either way, psychoanalysis, yes, that's what we were talking about. It's about your feelings, thoughts, memories, choices you've made, things that have happened to you. They can bog you down, so to say. And the goal in my clinical practice is to root that out in my patient's mind and help make them aware of repressed negative baggage, if you will, so one can move forward more speedily. I don't have any repressed negative feelings. Sounds like removing a curse of the mind. I don't really care. Yeah, I don't really care. That's fair. Many are opposed to this type of practice. Not the only thing I work on here. I am currently exploring the dream of animus, the dream of man and woman. You dream about men and women? Sounds interesting, sounds boring. Hmm. Sometimes. The dream is just a concept of understanding gender. Beyond that, I also focus on a lot of my unverified theories. He slaps his knees and grins. The folk spirit. Have you heard of it? No. Understandable. It's not yet published. Folk spirit is the working title for my new thesis. Most of most of it is, if you excuse my unrun, fucking bullshit. But in short, is about how each folk share a number of core communal archetypes or myths. I have traveled around the coast to collect as many tales, writing down thousands of stories previously only passed down orally, all to see how well my theories holds up in the minds of so many folk. He clears his throat and leans back into his chair. Apologies, I'm ranting here. Let us put a stop to it. What do you want, cleric? Um, no. What is love? Um, this one. Horrific. He gestures wildly towards the rocky wall. Shit started shaking. It was as if the red rock of Stolstad itself was cracking for half a second or so. You hear anything about it? Rumors? What do you think happened? He shrugs violently. You should not believe rumors, cleric. But yes, I did hear some nasty stuff. Some people seem to think the owner did it himself, since he is missing. Some other thing The city did it, since they printed the clear lie in the post. I've also heard people say the Asgalists are responsible since it was their hideout, or that the Free Striders did it for the same reason, blowing up Asgalists' opposition, and so on. It's all bullshit, of course. Don't believe rumors. So you were down here when it happened? Yes. I think I was asleep, but the sound awoke me. Do you go check it out? No. Someone told me later what it was like. I have work to do here. That's all for now. Thank you, citizen. Almost dead, but not yet. Okay. See if I can equip this one. No. No. This one strength. Let me charge. Three. Yeah, be right back. I'm gonna grab some water. Water. Okay. Okay. Let's go. opponents at sundown. Hmm. Can I go even lower than that? Nice. Pillars crossing. Oh, what's up? Try this. Strength, behold. Human Urtfor, level 5 noble. She is dressed in a fine silken robe, like a noble woman. Her hair is short and coarse, the rebellious kind, but Urfolk nobility nonetheless. Why is she down here? Not many of her kind seek the company of water lane workers and goblins. DC 20, huh? I need for this. The girl looks across the chasm. Noblewoman? That's a pretty expensive dress. What's she doing down here? Citizen, identify yourself. She slowly turns her head towards you. What? What's your favorite color? What do you think I'm going to ask you? Nah, go away. Fuck, that's rude. Sure, now go away. What do you know about the tea shop, mysterious woman? I want to ask you some personal questions, but I have a feeling you won't respond in any meaningful way. That's all for now. Thank you. Smart. Can you go now? No. She rolls her eyes. It exploded. Everyone keeps saying that. Have you seen it? I get the feeling you don't want to talk about it. Don't have anything to say. Uh, don't care for it. Oh, you seem. That means I don't vote in elections like this because I'm above any sort of political affiliations. Oh, okay. I don't care. She's a hard nut to crack, this one. Okay, that's nothing there. Let's go down there. Engage. Pillar of the before you. Whispers to you. Okay. Touch it. Yes. But gets louder. No, wait. It's a conversation. One you don't take part in. Guess you can try to join. Yeah, sure. I'll fail for sure. Yep. Closing your eyes, you begin to focus your mind placed squarely at this esoteric force. Mind forms around you find nah. Spelled. Same shit, I guess. Try again later. Oh, finish up. Have to wait to get inside till 6. What's this? Oh, I'm below. Oh, okay. Never mind. Let's go back in. Let's try the other doors. Dormitory, out of commission. Okay. Engage. Approach the green door. An apartment in the halls, like any other. Knock. Polite fashion. A long time passes. No one? No one. Guess we'll have to try again some other day. Sadly, you can't pick these doors. They've got special esoteric keys. Guess I'll come back tomorrow. Leave. How about this one? Enter. It's just some random apartment, okay? More apartments down there, I guess. Oh. It's a goblin there. Snell's pad? Wait, is this his house? Welcome to my pad. Go ahead. Root around as much as you want. Don't mind if you do. Really? No, don't touch anything. I'm not sure how this is in any way useful for the job, but let me know when you're done looking around. Looking, nothing else. How much is the rent? Not so bad, thanks to the old lady. Looks after her own. Not every goblin is so lucky. You're lucky to be living in 4, you mean? Yeah, right. You know there are 3 tribes in the city, right? The halfways get by real well. Thanks to Lady Halfway Short or the Halfway Bridge tribe, yeah. But it didn't used to be that way, and most goblins have a real hard time getting by here. Most guilds won't exactly hire a goblin just like that. What? That's illegal. Why? Good question. We're not human, so by default, on average, we're not trusted. Back in the day, there were apparently a bunch of programs meant to push us into the workforce. Anti-discrimination laws. Goblin Public Works projects. But the support for those ran out before I was born. So most kids just fall into crime. They need to try harder. Crime is the easy way. Easy? No, it's the only way for most of them. Imagine you're a goblin kid. You spend most of your day in a warden with 20 others your age. There's barely any resources to actually teach you all the human stuff we're legally forced to be taught. If you're lucky, you've got one parent with a stable income. Otherwise, you'll be living in the dormitories. No support system, no chance to integrate into this city you're supposed to be living in. If you're lucky, you'll get a dangerous gig in the tunnels. If not, the only way for you to get enough money for food beyond the basic handouts is joining a syndicate. They recruit young to keep you in the juvenile stockade if you get caught. Starting as an errand boy, ending up as whatever they need for their enterprises. Then you bring home a heavy pouch of crowns for your mom and pops. What are they gonna do? Turn their little kid in? Or accept the only major income the household's gotten in months? Maybe they'll even encourage you, push you to get the real friendly with the local runner. But it's not like this in the halfways. It's complicated, but the halfway bridge classified as a syndicate. We run things in a similar sense to the Ishki, one of the 3 goblin tribes in Norvik, commonly called the water goblins. due to their river expertise. Led by a council of 3 nilbogs, housed in a lighthouse. So they call it the Wizard's Tower in Vargby, one of the 5 districts. Okay, we keep Water Lane free of smuggling, but most importantly, we keep the youth out of it. We keep the other tribes at an arm's length. Lady Sageleaf is a real draconian in that regard. Everyone, and I mean everyone, in our tribes gets a job and a good salary. We've tried pushing this method, our support system, onto the other tribes, but it's hard. Not always popular. We are the small, annoying, cultish tribe of Tolstad, after all. Besides, again, so this is what it is. So it is what it is. Young goblins, young humans. Seems to be no difference when it comes to the solution, the purpose, and the place. That's all they need. Good to know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not here a lot. The goblin loves. I'd argue it's much better than usual. One time, I was on a date, brought her back here. A girl? Terrible idea. The date was already going poorly. Imagine her expression when she steps in here. And there's a pile of reports all over the floor, a blocked drain in the kitchen sink, and 15 confiscated bowls of pixie dust piled in the corner. Let me tell you, took her 10 seconds to come up with an excuse. He recounts the tale with excellent timing. This is one of his favorites. He tells this one to everyone. As his laughter fades, he looks so around the place and tells you, anyway, looks better these days. Figured if I'm such a neat goblin like everyone says, I might as well keep my apartment clean too. I have a hard time believing you, Snell, living in filth never. Cool, yeah. Back when I was still looking for that sort of thing, getting tied down, so on, the metaphorical sense. What about you? Question cuts tiny little holes in your inside skull. Clerics are popular, right? Avoid the board alert. He's not allowed to ask you personal things like that. The goblin looks at you with no particular expression on his face. How can I abort? I can't. Can't quit, can I? No, I can't. I have to take the check for, of course, failure. Just change it. No. What? But won't that be weird? Weird. The nerves are withering. You're shivering in front of him just from him asking a simple question. It's already weird. Not now. Speak. I would rather talk about something else. We have great weather these days. No rain for a while, huh? Start screaming, then speak. The Anuran are interesting creatures. Have you ever met an Anuran? There is no for approximately 6 seconds. Then he opens his mouth and says, I understand. He'll allow you to move on. Sorry? Don't say that. What is wrong with you? Never mind. Do you have something else to say about your life? Me, not really. For the last few years, I've just been focused on the halfways and whatever the old lady needs of me. Don't mean to sound ungrateful though. I do love it. It's real rewarding. What kind of reward? Like treasure? Treasure of the soul? Sounds esoteric. The goblin takes a breath. I'll tell you to look at it from a goblin perspective, but let me put it like this. Lady Sageleaf gave me options in a world of railroad tracks. I get to help my people, and get real fucking good at it. So for now, I'm going to keep doing it. Better than getting bored. But you at least get a good salary, right? Maybe you should try something else later. It's alright. I do alright. He grins. Anyhow, anything else you want to chat about, or can we get going? You live here alone? Yep. Uh, does it doesn't get lonely? I don't spend much time in here. It's a cool place. Thanks. How long have you lived here? I don't know. 3 years, 4? Has it been that long? What does it cost? 100 a month. Real cheap, but I got a special deal because of the halfways gig. That's real good for such a fancy apartment. The old lady takes care of her own, huh? You like living here? It's central, right next to the garden. That's all I really care about. Although, the ventilation system is pretty sweet during those colder months. That's good information. Thank you. Move on. He mouths. Give you a side glance. What about you? Where do you live, cleric? Avoid the... I'm very bored. I live with my mom. I should lie, right? I could tell him the truth. I live on the north in a nice city sponsored apartment. Avoid... Yes, right away, before he notices something's off. A lie? That might make him dislike you. Could tell him the truth. No. Your body shakes. The truth is freedom, honor, goodness. So perhaps you can make an exception. I live with my mom. You do? It's honorable. Traditional family housing is good for society. That's a good point. Ouch. I die. Shit. No way. Is this the end? What the fuck? I guess that's it, I guess. It was meant to happen. Fuck, 7 damage I took. Jesus. Oh well. I'll continue another time. Thanks for stopping by, I guess. Stream ending. Let's go.